Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you so very much for joining me. Wednesday night is my favorite night of the week, not because it's hump day or because it's the day after Taco Tuesday. It's because it's box night. It's the night every week that we together go live here on Facebook, as we have been for more than 10 years. I realized the other day, it's been almost 11 years that we have been gathering together, not around the fire, but around the computer to get together and broadcast live. So thank you so very much for joining me, for joining us. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Get comfortable. There's snacks in the fridge. You are home and here among friends. If you're watching on the replay, please be sure and join us every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching live, do me a favor. I want you to invite your friends to come in and join us. So share this out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, your favorite bulletin board system, CompuServe, Prodigy, Friendster, MySpace, whatever else, Peach, what was the other one? Meerkat, wherever it is that you call home. I'd love for you to invite your friends to join us tonight. Juggling a couple things here, trying a few different things here on the laptop as well. Few things I want to chat about tonight as I try and forgive me, I am trying to fight through a migraine that I've had now for about 24 hours, but the show must go on, and I'm always excited to see you. You sort of, you reinvigorate me every time I see you. I've got to put my old man glasses on so I can see who is in here. Judy Pavarini, Scott, Eric, Melanie Jones, always a pleasure. Faye Edmonton, Dylan Ironheart, still the best name ever. Heather Richards, I'm sorry I'm not going to see you this weekend at Indy, but hope to see you again soon. Speaking of Indy, by the way, I am literally counting down, yikes, it's a matter of hours, really, before I leave for Noblesville, Indiana, where I will be at the Indy Disney meet. Wait a minute. I got to move this camera over. Hold on. Let's do it this way. There we go. I will be at the Indy Disney meet this Saturday, along with a whole lot of other Disney enthusiasts. And then the next day, I will be in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. I'll be speaking at a school there, but then we're going to be doing a meet-up sort of on the road at the Pickled Chef, who now I understand is opening up just for us to get together from about 5:30 to 7. I understand the grilled cheese is phenomenal. So I think I'm actually more excited for the meat and the Pickled Chef than I might actually be for, I'm really excited to be speaking there, obviously, but I'm really excited for that as well. So let me just do this really quickly. Terry Stinson Doherty says, am I starting the evening off with Illuminations reference? Well, I guess I did. Gathering around the fire. Was it intentional? Possibly. I'm not saying that, Illuminations may be coming. We've had this conversation already. But speaking of which, thanks to all of you who are part of the WDW Radio Nation and joined me on our group call earlier this week. I love this, being able to sort of read your comments real time, but every month we sort of get together where we're all on video and have sometimes very interesting, very engaging group conversations. So thanks all to you. Chef Bob says, wait a minute, there's a new pulled pork and grits app. I'm assuming you don't mean like app for your phone. There's a pulled pork and grits appetizer. You started scallops today. Oh my God. Bob, I wanted to come in on Sunday. Couldn't make it happen. I'm traveling this weekend, but I need to come in and taste test. I need to taste test. Maybe I need to have a meeting at Boathouse next week. If only I could find somebody who wants to join me at Boathouse. I know there's a lot of people, and I'll come by myself. I don't even care. John Jones, good to see you. Amber Bramble, Chelsea Fitzgerald, first live video. Can't wait. Welcome to our fabulous open house. I need to eat before the show next time. Mary Wall, you know better. You've been a long-time friend. You know always to eat before you get in here. Marcus Val, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining on the on the Nation call the other night. Chef Bob, waiting for you. I miss you, bro. And I have something for you. I've had something for you in my car for what is now literally months. And hopefully next time I come in, I will see you. So Justin Wall says, I want to thank you for the Disney Institute show. I learned so much. I wish I could have done some of those classes. Thank you as well. I will tell you, that show was a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to research and sort of refresh some things that I had thought that I had remembered being around there as a kid and wanting to do. I still believe that if this was executed properly today, something like this would be would do amazing, because being able to learn some of these skills from Disney would be an opportunity that I know a lot of us, and judging by how well the behind the scenes tours and some of the other experiences do, something like that would do very well. So from the residential community that almost was, to the retirement community that never was, the Lake Buena Vista Village, and then the Disney Institute learning opportunities, that was a lot of fun to do, and obviously a little bit of a long show, but that's why the good Lord invented the pause button. So again, good to see so many new friends, and Karen Gilbert loves the boathouse. Karen, really, who doesn't? I think the only people that don't love the boathouse are maybe people who haven't been to the boathouses yet. And if you think you don't love the boathouse, we'll go together, and I and Chef Bob and the rest of their staff, we will change your mind so very quickly. Melanie Jones says, I just finished listening to the Institute show. I looked into going, whoa, so much more than I ever realized. Melanie, I'm with you. And as I was doing the show, I will tell you that I regretted not going and sort of trying to convince my parents more once I sort of went down memory lane just a little bit. And so, Sebastian, good to see you. Chris Floyd says, this is my very first live video ever, even though I've been listening since episode, wait for it, number 1. Chris, how have we not met yet? Thank you so much, brother, for listening. And Mary Wall says, Boathouse has the best burger. Mary Wall, I agree, and I will see your burger and raise you the award-winning pulled pork sandwich. I am starting to lean towards that as a go-to sort of lunch, or maybe I'm not super famished. Who am I kidding? I'm always super famished item. Even though, listen, I will tell you that part of my death row meal, without a doubt, includes a Boathouse seafood tower. Kim says, I have to say your chicken guy review was hilarious when the family showed up with their shirts. Yeah, that I had no idea. I swear they were not plants. I was live broadcasting. Oh, I wish I would have had the imagery to show you guys. But there was a family of 3 that had a Lou sent me shirt. I'm just here for the food. And I don't remember what the other one was. It was some other food-related shirt. So it was nice to see that family, and to share. We actually shared some of our chicken. So if you haven't done Chicken Guy yet, it's a great quick service option in Disney Springs, of which there are not a lot. If Boathouse had a to-go menu, I would probably never go grocery shopping again, because now the Boathouse has breakfast on the weekends. Nobody else knows that except us. Now that they have a breakfast on the weekends, it might be a reason to go. Deepali Patel says, my first time listening live, I have a question for you. Why is Spider-Man your favorite superhero? It's not a bad thing. I'm just curious. So, Deepali, it is nice to meet you and see you. I can give you a top 10 reasons why Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. In case you haven't noticed, I have quite a bit of Spider-Man stuff around. Very quickly, as a kid growing up, Spider-Man was and remains my favorite character because, and I think this is the reason why he is still arguably the most popular superhero character ever, is because I think Peter Parker especially is so relatable. He was that teenage, awkward kid that never fit in, was a nerd, didn't have a lot of friends, was very, very awkward. The differences ended there because when he got bitten by a spider, he got the superpowers that I never got. But there was something about not just who he was in school, but how important family always remained to him. That was the reason why he became Spider-Man. I could say it's because of the guilt, which I know I'm Italian and Catholic, so I understand guilt very much. But that was his motivation. Obviously, the whole backstory, but I think there's a lot of that, and there's especially now with Tom Holland portraying him, there's an innocence and an awkwardness about him that I totally get, and what he stands for, I believe in, and I'm a huge... Wait, and actually, this is a perfect segue. So, I have to say thank you, first of all, to all of you collectively, to everybody who reached out for my 50th birthday a couple of weeks ago. Thank you so much. So many of you were so incredibly generous and sent presents in the mail. But I need to share something with you because I have to, because we're all friends and we're all nerds. And in my 50 years on this beautiful planet of ours, I've been blessed with so many wonderful literal and figurative gifts, your friendship being most important. But this past week, I was thrown a surprise party, against my wishes, however. I was thrown a surprise party, and this huge box is handed to me, and I won't, unless she's here, I won't necessarily either embarrass her or call her out or thank her. But I opened up this present, and I had never seen it before. I've never heard of it before, and it may be arguably the coolest thing I have ever received. It's big, so hold on. Like, when I say big, I don't mean big. It's big, literally. So you know I'm a Spider-Man fan. It's heavy, too. So so to give you an idea of just how big this is a Spider-Man Artifact edition. It's a John Romita, the original sort of Spider-Man artist, who is my Spider-Man artist. It's an Artifact edition where I have to try and open this without actually ruining it. But I'll show you and then I'll tell you. But it's basically the original art and sketches from the first few years of the Spider-Man comics. And you see all the pencil marks and the notes and the signatures and the white out marks and the line pencils, and it is incredible. I'll try and get you to another page where you can see. It's super heavy. Like, I'm literally having a tough time finding a frame for this so I can stand it up in my office. It's massive. It's awesome. And, like, I wept. It's huge and it's heavy. It is one of the coolest things. Marcus, that's exactly what I said. I said, holy, lots of stuff. It's the cool. I have never seen that before. I've never heard of it before. It is a remarkable. I mean, I laid it. I had it outside on my table on my lanai. I just sort of read it for a couple of hours because I was just amazed to be able to go through and see it so big. And there's stories and stuff like that in there too. So it is it's an amazing gift. And again, it's a secondary gift beyond the friendship of the person that gave it to me, and just like the friendship of you guys. So I had to share it just because I'm a total nerd, and like when you get excited about a gift, the first thing you want to do is share it with friends. I also got the Pennywise Funko Pop from somebody else. He's over there, right there, which is kind of awesome. So, Marcus, I have a bunch of old Spider-Man comics. You can see some are actually, maybe you can't see them. I have a bunch there, including a lot of stuff that I had from when I was a kid. I recently found an old book that that was in storage called Bring on the Bad Guys, which was from, I think, 72, 73, and it was the one that I had as a kid. So it's one thing to go out and buy stuff, and it's another thing to sort of have those things that were meaningful to you as kids, which is a lot of the stuff that I have on these shelves. My Star Trek Enterprise and some of the things that I've collected over the years, they're here not for their value, but for their subjective value to me as a collector. Terry, you need to turn your volume up to 11 in order to hear. So you get good stuff over the States. Thank God for eBay. Yeah, and I will, speaking of eBay, I will be purging more of my collection. I was in my garage and in that closet recently, and there's a lot of stuff that's just sitting there, and I need and want to purge it, because it's not doing anybody any good sitting in boxes in my garage or my closet. I would rather be able to share it with you guys. So I will, I'll get those posted probably in the next few weeks. Summertime is tough on eBay. Everybody's traveling and kids in school and things like that. So I had to share that with you because I super nerded out, and it was, like I said, one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. The book is probably 3 feet tall by 1.5 feet wide, and probably weighs 7 pounds. It is literally, it's a coffee table book because that's the only place that you could read it. It's not something you can grab with you and take to the beach. So I just have to find. I'm trying to find a tabletop stand that'll hold it, but it's too big and it's too heavy. So anyway, Lucas Ramirez, first live show. Thank you for all you do. Lucas Ramirez, thank you for being here. You, by virtue of you being here, and again, the friendship that you extend me by taking the time to listen to watch, that allows me to do what I do. So we have a delay in audio. It's not you, it's me. I think my little old laptop is on its last legs. You know, I said a couple months ago, my main computer died, and I've been holding off getting a new machine, and I think I'm going to have to because it just can't handle all the things that I'm trying to do. Corey Haig, what's going on, brother? I hope you are back and safe. Hit me up, man. We will catch up. I've tried. I've looked on Amazon. I've looked on eBay. I went to Joann's, and it's too tall, it's too wide, and it's too thick to fit on a small easel. So I've got to either build something or try and find something special. So Jim Morohosky, man, I am so sorry if I don't get a chance to see you before you leave. I can't get out tomorrow, and then I leave on Friday, man. I hope you guys have had I hope video and audio in sync on Apple TV. Oh, if you're watching me on a big screen, now I feel very awkward, very, very self-conscious. Palace Arcade, Stranger Things, by the way. Kyle Loomis is ready for momentum. I am not ready for momentum. I'm getting ready for momentum. Momentum is coming up soon. Speaking of which, I will use that as an opportunity to gently plug momentum. October 6th and 7th, I'm going to have a speaker lineup and schedule announcement coming up probably early next week. That being said, if you are interested at all in coming, whether you have an idea, a business, a blog, a podcast, a service, whatever it is, and you want to either take things to the next level or figure out how to turn that thing that you love into that thing that you do, the weekend workshop is 2 days over the weekend in Walt Disney World with an optional mastermind day. I now have 3 slots open for the Tuesday mastermind. Just go to LouMongello.com/momentum. Or if you have any questions, hit me up on email or messenger. I do expect it to sell out probably next week. So if you are interested, I would not wait. We have a very hard limit on 50 attendees. And again, I think we're at 40. I think we're at 43, 44, somewhere around there. So, Paul, unfortunately, because of how busy and how packed momentum is, there's not going to be an opportunity for a meet of the month that weekend. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it in October. It'll obviously, unfortunately, have to be a little bit later on, and I am traveling to speak. So I'm not sure when that is. Melanie Jones, one more reason why I love you is because you say, I don't really care who's speaking at Momentum because it's worth it no matter what. I'm so excited that you guys are coming back, going to join us for the mastermind as well. I love seeing the incredible progress that you guys have. You guys are perfect examples of people who take something they are truly passionate about and they combine those loves. Your internal support system is remarkable, and I love seeing the progress that you guys have made over the past few years. So, Claire says, I'm on vacation here from the United Kingdom. I love the United Kingdom. Will I be at day one of Food and Wine? Claire, look at me. Look at this physique or lack thereof. Of course I'm going to be there day one of Food and Wine Festival. What is that, the 30th, the 31st, somewhere around there? Is it too early to ask about a January meetup date? No, because I can tell you, Lucas, it will be the Saturday over Marathon weekend, whatever day that is. We always have it Saturday, usually in Magic Kingdom at the Tomorrowland Terrace in the early afternoon. So if you're running, you have time to go back and shower, and it's still early enough that you can enjoy the parks and then get back and get to sleep for the marathon the next day. So let me quickly catch up. Yeah, so Claire and Martin, I actually just met Jan earlier this week, a couple of days ago, who's over from the UK. And I'm like, it's so funny how all of you seem to know each other, if not in person, but just by virtue of the box. She starts rattling off the names of some of the other folks from the UK. I can't wait to get out there. I'm literally trying my best to see if we can do it in early 2019. If not, we'll do it maybe later or early in 2020. So see you there. We can share a trash can together. I would love it. Jim Orhosky, is Nikki speaking too? Well, I think she said already. So yeah, so I'm not sure if Nikki or Lisa, I think they've already shared that they are going to be speaking at Momentum. One of the things I'm doing this year is I really want some of the people who have been at previous Momentums to share their experiences, share their journeys, share their lessons for other people in a very unique format. So we're going to be doing a couple of things a little bit differently this year at Momentum, but for me, it's a way to give them an opportunity to take that next step from being not just a student, but a bit of a teacher. And I think all the people who are going to be in those sessions have a very unique story, a very unique journey, and I think a unique gift and message and tools to share with the people who are going to be there. So it's the first time I'm trying something like this, but based on what I've seen from knowing these people for upwards now of 2 or 3 years, I'm really confident in terms of what they are going to do. So let's see. Oh, speaking of the proverbial devil, there is Lisa Noto Glassner, who is going to be one of the speakers. I don't know if Nikki is in here as well. I'm trying to see who else might be in here who is speaking. So Tony says, D23 2019, will I be there, Lou? That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was D23 Expo. This is the artwork that was just revealed, as well as some more details. I have been at D23 Expo since the very first year, when I was an exhibitor on the show floor, having no idea what to expect. It's one of the very first times that I broadcast an event for all 3 days. You've heard me tell the story about how, just sort of turning on the camera as I was setting up the booth on Thursday, what I thought was going to be a half hour or so ended up being all 4 days, and how people watched the first day, flew in the next because they saw what they were missing and wanted to experience it. I think that's the power of live video, which we'll talk about, by the way, at Momentum. So whether you do live video, you've thought about live video, it's one of the things we are definitely going to cover, both live and recorded video at Momentum, speaking of which. So yes, I will be back at D23 Expo again with Becky Menken in the combined booth. Oh, wait a minute. How do I not have my logos up here? Ay, Mangello. There you go. Becky Menken. Let's see. I'm trying to get a sorcerer pass, so nobody try. Yeah, Melanie, as pricey as those passes are, they go very, 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 very quickly. Corey is the man at D23 Expo. Corey is the man behind the box. Has it been 2 years, Corey? You've been sort of manning the box, whether it's the computer box, the laptop box, and or the phone box. It is one of the things that I love, is being able to share the experience for those people that can't get it here, and just how much do we love wandering the show floor. Nick Farber says, thank you, Lou. The other day when it was 85, oh my gosh, I love your Mr. McFeely. With what felt like 9 million % humidity, the podcast helped me walking through the day. That's exactly how Florida feels. Florida is stupid hot right now. And actually, I'm going to Latrobe, Pennsylvania. There's a Mr. Rogers connection there. There's actually a Mr. Rogers museum there, and a lot of the artifacts from the original Mr. Rogers show and set are going to be there. I didn't get to walk through the museum very long last time. I hope I'm getting a chance to do it this time. So speaking of, let's just see, what else do I want to cover here? We talked about Momentum. We'll get to Japan a little while. We talked about the Disney Institute. So here's a question for you that I'd love to hear from you, because I don't think we talked about this last week. We were talking about some of our top 10 shopping experiences, and I had a conversation in person the other, actually at Chicken Guy, where she shared what were some very interesting takes on shopping experiences and merchandise. So I want to know from you what your single favorite shopping experience in Walt Disney World is, whether it's a store, whether it's, and if you love the store because of the merchandise, or you go to for specific merchandise, or the details, or the story, let me know here or there, wherever, in the comments what your favorite shopping experience is. Let's see. Donald says the movie was great. Oh, that's right. We did the going for ice cream after the movie with Lou is Best. It was so hot that night too. Julie Minder. I love listening to the podcast. Thank you for sharing the wonderful. Thank you, Julie. Listen, the only reason why I've been able to do this for 13 years is because of you, because you guys listen. So, Jamie loves the co-op. Yes, Paul, we are going to do an Alaska recap episode once Becky comes back from her whirlwind princess tour of the world. We will we'll gather a couple of folks who are on the cruise and do that. Ashley, I agree with you about Memento Mori, all Haunted Mansion, all the time. Obviously, you saw that it was very high on my list during the show. Nick Butt says, "Ye Old Christmas Shop." Angie Pop says, "The Goofy Candy Store." I love how you brought a shopping experience back to food. Gail, nice to see you. Christopher Stank, pastries from France totally counts as food. Fort Wilderness Outpost is Tux Taylor's favorite spot to shop. I love it, store. I love the theming there. It's just so far away and so hard to get to. Holly misses Villains and Vogues. Not enough Villains merchandise in the parks. Holly, I think that's going to change. I believe in my little heart of hearts that within 6 months, maybe 8 months, you are going to have a Villains themed shopping opportunity somewhere. Maybe let me get 3, 4. Yeah, within 6 months. I think within 6 months. So, Mouse Gear is better in the world of Disney. The co-op is great. I love. Listen, Martin Shergold, you know you're a man after my own heart. Mitsukoshi, I spent at least 6 hours in there in June. Did they kick you out? Did they forcibly remove you? Sir, I'm sorry. We're closing. You have to leave now. And Martin chained himself to the Hello Kitty stand. Let's see. Shopping at the Boathouse. Jason Elkins, that is a perfectly appropriate answer. You can shop inside the restaurant as well as the ship store outside. Nicole Orr, looking forward to meeting you as well at the Indie Disney Meet. From what I understand, there's going to be a lot of people at the Indie Disney Meet, which is right there this Saturday. So, and for those of you who are coming, I am going to be giving a little bit of a talk on stage. I would love to know from you what you would like to hear me talk about, because I have a little bit of latitude in terms of what I'm going to present about. I'm going to obviously share a little bit of my story, but is there something that you would like to hear? One of the things I'm going to talk about are my 10 plus ish things you didn't know you could do or experience or obviously eat while you're in Walt Disney World. But if there's something else that you would like to hear me talk about while I have the opportunity, post it here or message me or email me or whatever it is, and I'll make sure I incorporate that into the presentation. Rob, I believe that I am speaking at 3:45, 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. Megan Neville is going to be there. Wow, there's a lot of you guys going to be at Disney Meets. We're going to need a bigger boat. Let's see. Katie Laughlin loves the Tiki store at the Polynesian. Amber Bramble, I'll go live on if I don't. Yes, I'm waiting to hear back if it's okay if I go live while I'm there. I want to just double check and be sure. Are the unique items in the Disney Springs Marvel store, is it stuff you can find elsewhere? I believe other than I think everything that you find there, you can find elsewhere. I don't think there's any merchandise that is specifically unique to that store. So, Judy loves a little candy shop in Frontierland. Had my birthday button on, made my visit a little bit better. A little party. You left that shop with a bunch of free snacks. That's a win. That's always a win right there. So, some little known facts about Walt Disney. So Leah, so I thought about doing that, but I'm like, what I might think is a little known fact, the audience there, like, I'm wondering, are they all like experts? And be like, Mangella, we knew that. Like, move on. We get that one. Give me something I've never heard before. Some of the changes that are going on, notable bridges in Walt Disney World. Let me see. Carrie, we're finally going to meet. We've chatted. We've passed like 2 ships in the night. We're finally going to meet while we're out there. Let's have a Disney in a minute video. Aaron says 3:45. Is it? So Aaron, yeah, I sent you an email just about being able to live broadcast from there. For those people who maybe can't see it, I'd love to show them what is happening. I don't mean the presentations, but showing what's happening on the show floor. So, yeah, so there's a little box family reunion in Indy. I believe I'm going to have a table there. So we have to find a way to get all the box people together. Maybe like right after my presentation, we'll get all the box people together and get a group photo by the stage or by the by my table or by the food, wherever that works. So. Tower Terror Store, Rick O'Brien, I agree with you. The boutique shop, I knew it was something tiki, not Lou Tiki, it's boutique. Luis Ramos, good to see you. 10 things you didn't know you can eat. That's part of my presentation. In some of the things that you didn't know you can do, some of those things are things that you didn't know you can eat as well. Let's see. Ray Casser says, Lou, what about, it's a salute to all things Disney, but most of the food, it's a glorious 3-hour journey. I only believe I have 45 minutes to share. But I'm willing to talk about and share anything that you guys are absolutely go live. Awesome. Then I will definitely, I'll post something and I'll go live. I have to make myself a note. Where's my pen? Who stole my pen? Announcement. Okay. Fred Abley, it's good to see you again. 2 nights in a row, buddy. Keep moving forward, man. You know what I'm talking about. Keep your head up. Let's see. Am I going to have handshakes and hugs? Chandler, I am bringing extra handshakes and I'm packing not a full-blown, I'm checking a suitcase full of hugs. So the more hugs, the better. So where will I be located at D23? Heather, I believe it's still going to be called the Collector's Emporium or the Emporium. I don't know what they're going to call it this year, which is where non-Disney entities such as myself and Mouse Fan Travel, we're going to combine forces. The big booth again will be live from there, but I don't know this year exactly where it is. It's going to go. So Martin says, I might have had one sake too many. And Mitsukoshi, well, Martin, when you come in just a couple of months, we'll have to meet up with you and Ricky and whoever else is here. Maybe when you come, we'll have a little sort of Japan meetup since we all love that place so much. And maybe I'll treat you guys to some of those wacky snacks and we can have some fun sampling those. So I'd love to know the personal stuff, like why you love Disney, how you got to be in a blog or podcast, what keeps you going back. Nicole, I am definitely going to share that. I'm definitely just to sort of, especially for people who's going to be like basically everybody other than you and like one other person. So for people who don't know about the show and what I do, I want to sort of give them a little context because they're going to be like, who's this guy and why is he up on the stage? Like, bring on Corcus or something. So I will share a lot of my story, my journey, how I got from point A to point B. So if you've heard it before, it'll be a nice nap for you, or it's a good time to go get some food. So, Crystal Crystal is excited for the Disney meet. Feels like we're going to Walt Disney World. Yeah, the more I see and the more I hear about this meet and the people and the way the organizers put this on, I am super stoked. I have nothing to wear. I have no idea what I want to wear to the Indie Disney meet. I'm just going to wear a muumuu because I'm assuming that there's going to be good food there as well. Amber Bramble needs a hug, obviously, and a picture, of course. You didn't get a picture the last time. Clearly, I'm being greedy. Amber Bramble, I promise pictures and hugs and selfies, handshakes, crisp high fives, anything you want. So, Amanda Catherine LaCicero, always nice to see you too. Darlene Nagy from West End. Amanda Bonner, she heard sake and her ears perked up. She's like a Doberman pinscher. She's like, oh, somebody say sake? Amanda, I have your list. I haven't forgotten about you. Don't you worry. Kevin, good to see you. Orcus groupies. Have I thought about writing a book like that? I've been asked to write that book in the past. I will tell you that there is something up there that might have a little bit of that element. I just need some time. I need to go sequester myself again, which I did a number of years ago and got a boatload of work done in like 2.5 days. So I might need to do that again. Way too many distractions around here, like the refrigerator and going to Publix and Dunkin' Donuts. Very, very distracting. How about discussing the emotional connections between people in the parks and why for some it has become what it's become. So, Louis, I'm going to talk a little bit about, look, I'm not the only crazy person that picked up his family, left his career, drove down to Florida to live behind Magic Kingdom. I know there's other people who are watching right now in the box who have done that as well. And there's a lot more people that you think that have done that or want to do that. And I think we can talk about the why, why we do it. I'm not doing it just so I can eat popcorn at Magic Kingdom 7 days a week, because I don't go that often anyway. It may have been partially because of the boathouse, but there's more to it. And it is very much an emotional thing. I don't mean like a crying every time I walk into Animal Kingdom, other than the fact that because it's so stupid hot there, but it is an emotional thing, and it's because of how that place makes me feel. I felt it the other night at the Halloween party. It wasn't just the heat and the humidity and the lack of food, but I did. Like, I was watching a parade, and I was singing Boo to You, and I was doing the clucking, and thankfully nobody heard me, and I'm like, this is why I'm here. This is really why I'm here. So we can certainly talk about that. I understand that the stage and the number of people is going to be large. It's going to make it hard for Q&A, but I might try and do it anyway, because I want to answer the questions that people have, if at all possible. So we're gonna play. I'm winging it. Don't tell Aaron. I'm going to completely wing the presentation on Saturday, and we'll just sort of go where no, just you. You mean in terms of crazy people moving here? Pot, kettle, black, exponentially. Joseph is going to Mickey's Halloween party next Friday. Is that the 31st? Because do you know who else has 2 thumbs and is going to? This guy. I'll be back on the 31st. I wish it wasn't in August. It's going to be hot again, but I don't go. Dan Rebuck just moved to Magic Kingdom in Windermere. You picked the right time. Good for you, brother. Welcome home. I hope to come to a meet of the month, man. Would love to meet you in person and say hi. Christopher Stank, there he is. Just shared 3 pastries with my kid. Why are you sharing? Why would you share with your kids? I mean, I guess in 3 you're supposed to share with your kids. But the kids that met Lou at Chicken Guy, Christopher, thank you. You are I forgot to post a picture, but I know you didn't. You guys came in, and Lou sent me. I'm just here for the food. And Christopher, what was the other shirt that your daughter had on? You came in full, like, box people. Was it a box people? You came in, like, in full regalia, and that was awesome, man. So thank you. I am excited to attend and meet my people. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for loving Disney. They don't understand it's more than just the parks. I get it, and from what I understand, the people who are going to be at this meet absolutely get it as well. So, Gray doesn't have Publix over here. Great. You need to move to Disney World just for Publix. I love every single thing about Publix. And Amanda Bonner, you're right. Magic Kingdom does have awesome popcorn, and it is one of my top 5 things that I love about living near Walt Disney World. Dylan says, I'm not crying. You're crying. Let's see. Let me catch up here. I'm going to the Halloween party this Friday with kids. Okay, so I'm going. You're going to love it. And hopefully the weather cooperates for you too. I'm excited to go next week. Although I can use some suggestions as to what I should dress as. I've been trying to figure out how I can dress as Peter Parker and people actually know what I am. I thought about wearing like the Spider-Man body. This is not a body for a Spider-Man bodysuit, no matter what I try and cover it with. So I knew right away that was a bad idea. I can't wear the Snuggie because it's way too hot. So I'm looking for a Spider-Man themed or some other themed idea for what I could wear. And if I do it and I take your suggestion, I will give you a prize. I'll send you one of those WDW Radio shirts that I have sitting right over there. So how's that? Jenny says, Disney feels like home. Helped me so much when I got homesick from New Jersey to go to the boardwalk. I will tell you that when I moved to this area, I instantly felt at home. When I lived in New Jersey, something always felt a little off to me. And that's not a lie. Like, I always knew that I was meant to be somewhere else, and I figured at some point way later on in my life, I would eventually, like every old Italian from New Jersey, move and retire to Florida. It happened sooner and for different reasons than I ever expected. But I will tell you that when I came here, and I don't know if I'll share this story or not on Saturday, but if you've heard this before, go take a nap. When I lived in Naples for a few years, I think there was a reason why I was there. And then when my dad passed, I stayed, took care of my mom, and then moved up here. And there was a place that I went, not Disney related, that I walked in and I said, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, I knew it. And the dominoes just fell into place. Like, I drove up on a Tuesday. I had rented a house on Wednesday and started packing when I got back to Naples on Thursday. And it was a matter of weeks before I moved up here. And the second that I moved into a house that I was renting, which I hadn't done. I had owned houses and condos before. The house I lived in New Jersey, I thought was going to be my forever home. I have the bills and the debt to prove it. But when I got here, I knew that this was where I was meant to be. There's a song in there somewhere. The sky meets the sea, meets the boathouse. It's where I'm meant to be. Whatever. I knew it. And I know that I am not the only one. I know that. And when we do, I promise the Moving to Disney show is coming with some other folks who are local. I don't know who that's going to be. I need to find some other people who are local who could join me on that show. But we will definitely talk about that because I have a feeling the why is beyond I need to go ride X attraction every single week. To bring it full circle, it's a very emotional thing. So I'm booked for 4 parties. Right now I'm only booked for 2, but I'm definitely going to do one later in the year as it gets cooler. It doesn't feel like Halloween here yet because it's August 22nd. So my husband wants to know your thoughts on Space in the Dark. He's glad he can finally talk about it now. He wrote it a couple weeks ago while they're testing. Mindy, I loved it. Because we know of Space Mountain taking place in the dark, but you don't realize until you see it completely blacked out just how much light from some of the effects, some of the stars, the People Mover bleeds into that show building. But when the lights are out, and it feels longer, it feels faster, although I've ridden it probably 200 times and sort of know where the track, it felt so new to me. And I found myself giggling and laughing as if it was like the first time I rode it. So Space Mountain, literally with the lights completely off, is a whole lot better than Space Mountain with the lights on, which is usually what people like to go and do. Disney isn't just a park, it's a lifestyle. John, I agree with you. There's a lot of people that agree with you. There's a lot of people who don't necessarily get this that might think that we're crazy, but that's why all the crazy, we find each other. Well, I think we're all a little bit crazy, and I mean that lovingly and affectionately. I think we're all a little nuts, but that is how and why we find each other, and it's a good vice to have. So, how about the hoodie with the Spidey suit showing, but no mask? Fred, the problem is it literally is like today was like 96 degrees and stupid humid again. So where glasses have a camera neck and a bunch of Spider-Man photos printed as a necklace. So Tony, I thought about that. I thought about doing like the Peter Parker sweater vest and glasses and a camera and like holding a picture or having like a Spider-Man hood, like the Spider-Man mask sticking out of my pocket. I don't know if anybody would get it. That's the closest I've come to it, but I've got you on the costume. Just give me a pop socket. Listen, don't get me started on you and your lack of love thereof on the pop sockets. So I have to see if I have some that I can bring to the indie. I have to bring a couple things to the Indie Disney meet to give away. Spider-Man top under an overshirt, partially showing with the camera. So Hal, I have somebody. God bless you. Somebody sent me one of those really tight, like compression shirts. Clearly, they have never seen me in a bathing suit. That is not a good look for me. However, if I wear it like under a white collared shirt so you can kind of see the costume and then maybe the mask sticking out, that might be a regular red T-shirt with tons of plastic spiders attached. It goes Peppa Pig. What is Publix? Oh my gosh. Publix is the greatest grocery store. If Disney ran a grocery store, it would be Publix. Where Peter Parker's everyday clothes with the spider suit sticking out from under his collar, jeans, high-top sneakers, backpack glasses, and a camera around your neck. I was thinking that. I don't know how many people are actually going to get it, but I think that's going to have to be the way. I just hope that's a little bit cooler. So, I remember when you were packing and moving to Florida right around one of the expos. Yeah, the timing of everything was crazy. We had literally just moved into the house, and there was just boxes and stuff everywhere. And I had to leave for Expo like a couple days later. And don't tell her I said this, but God bless Deanna, because she's like, you go, I got this. And she unpacked everything. Everything was put away, like stuff was on the walls. The kids were enrolled in school, so it was incredibly helpful. And I couldn't have done it without her, but don't tell her I said that. So I can think of 3 locals who would be great. I think Lisa, I don't know, would be great. You could wear a Spider-Man shirt, button-down shirt. So it seems like the consistency in the let's see. That's why I'm moving down there when I can. It feels like home. That's exactly how you're supposed to feel. Space in the Dark was awesome. I agree. You don't realize, like I said, how much light comes in. I didn't take a lot of notice of the updated and unique soundtrack, but I loved it. Because Space Mountain in Disneyland, I think, is a much darker attraction in terms of the bleeding in of the light than it is in Walt Disney World. So, and Erica, don't worry, it's hot and humid everywhere. I was absolutely giggling. I can't click on this, but Amanda, that Under Armour, this is not a body built for Under Armour compression, unless it's wrapped up in a big fluffy like muumuu. That is the only way that I can wear it. Nobody wants to see this. That's why I always waist up. So Troy Horton says, I hear that I'm crazy all the time because I want to go to Disney. Troy, you are among your people. You are among your friends, and I think that's why we, in this community that you guys have built, is so strong and has continued for so long. Look, in the 13, let's see, closer to almost 15 years that I've been doing this, I have seen a lot of individuals and sites and boards and communities and whatever. I've seen a lot come and go for a lot of different reasons. And I will tell you that you guys, not only are you some of the OG, in terms of early Disney communities, but one of the ones that has continued to thrive and grow. And I'm not concerned with the growth as much as I am the nucleus of the people. Like so many of you, the reason why I know your names is not just because they're here on Facebook, but because you've been around for so long. We have been friends for so long. Like I'm still friends, and I don't know if James is in here, I'm still friends with the guy that bought my very first Walt Disney World trivia book. And whether I met you a week ago, a month ago, 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. It's that thing. And one of the things I'm going to talk about, to go back to momentum, is the importance of community. And if you are starting to build a blog, a brand, a business, whatever it is, that's what it's got to come back to. It's not about growing your likes and fans and follows and hearts and that. That's nonsense. It's about this. And that's why I do this every week. People don't get to, like, you for 13 years, you've been doing a live weekly show. Like, I don't run ads. I don't have, like, I don't understand what I mean by this. They can't gather that I do this every week without some sort of financial gain every single week for doing it. I do it because I love you guys and I love this community, and this is an important part of the community building for me. So anyway, I didn't mean to sort of go off on a tangent. So Larson's are out. Going to fit up Adam's birthday. Please wish Adam Larson a very, very happy birthday from not just me, but his entire Box People family. I do want to get to a couple of things before I forget, because I'm a forgetful soul. One of the things that I tried last week, and one of the reasons why I love this is because I love being able to share things with you first, have two-way conversations as opposed to just pushing out content or posts or Instagram pictures or boathouse pictures, is because I love being able to, I want you to understand that you are special by being here. I look at you that way because you are, I get choked up. You're not investing your time. You're giving me your time. You're sharing it with me. You're giving me your attention. That means a lot to me. So I try and use the box nights, and you as the box people, to try out new things with, to give you special opportunities. It's why I do contests. It's why I love the call-ins. I'm going to take a couple of calls before the night is out and introduce things to you first, whether it's announcing an event like I did a couple of weeks ago for the e-ticket event, which I believe now is completely sold out across the board. And last week, I wanted to try something new in terms of a contest. I wanted to give you guys something, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, as opposed to making you enter a trivia contest or ask Jeeves what the answer to the trivia contest might be. So last week, we tried something different to give away a Toy Story Land prize package, which includes that I almost didn't give it away because the backpack is awesome. It's big and it's comfortable, and there's a Toy Story Land water bottle, I think there's a luggage tag in there, the cooling towel, some other WDW Radio stuff as well. And so I tried out a new type of giveaway system where all you needed to do is what I've been asking you to do literally since show number 1. You're tired of hearing me say it, I'm sure, but it's to please help spread the word. So by liking the page, by sharing it out, by following me on Instagram or on Twitter, subscribing to the YouTube channel, you were able to earn entries. And just so I get the number right, I want to just double check and see. I think we had just under 17,000 entries to the contest. So there were 17,000 entries to the contest that started last week and ended today. So it really primarily was for you guys. And it ended today at 12 o'clock. I do have an Instagram. Do you have an Instagram? So the way it works is the software that I use takes all of the entries and randomly selects one. And the winner of our very first, I'm going to do it again, not tonight, probably next week, of our very first, what do you call it? Giveaway. It's a non-trivia, a non-nerdy, that's what I'll call it. It's going to be called a spread the word giveaway. Randomly selected is there a drum roll, please? And the winner, randomly selected, is David Iwanowski. So, David, I don't know if you are here watching live tonight. If not, I am going to send you an email so I can get your shipping address and get your prize package out to you right away. I want to thank all of you who took the time to enter, to share, to spread the word, to spread the love, and hopefully continue to invite people into this wonderful family and community that you guys have created. So, David, congratulations. You had done, I sort of looked at some of the stats. You went top to bottom, man, and did all of the different ways I think that you could have gotten your entries in. So thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it. I will shoot you right an email. If you played last week and didn't win, that's okay, because I will soon give you your next. There's a lot of stuff I have in that prize closet. I've got retro merch. I've got Funko Pops. I've got exclusive Magic Bands that you can't buy anywhere, or you could not buy anywhere in the past. I've got stuff from, I've got posters, I've got pictures, I've got signed stuff, I've got unique stuff, I've got Star Wars, Marvel, all kinds of goodies to give away. So I'll continue to do the trivia contest on the show, but I will always announce the giveaways here first. So you guys will always be able to get first crack at getting your entries in. So to all of you who played and spread the love, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. It's close. David Iwanowski, close to David Picciano, but David, if you didn't win this week, that's okay, because next week will be your next chance to enter in next week's non-trivia prize challenge. So there you go. So so very quickly, this is a way for me to sort of survey you. Did you like that contest in addition to the trivia contest? Do you like the way to do it where you don't have to worry about researching and answering questions and all that kind of stuff? So yes, John, ears perk up for retro merch. I have a lot of stuff that's not, and some stuff that is on the shelf, by the way, I am going to give away as well. I need to clean off some of these shelves. I need to declutter my life in literal and figurative senses. So, a lot of stuff is going to be going, not just to give away, but on the eBay as well. So I'm happy that you guys love the contest. Yes, it was fun. Yes. Awesome. Good. Well, thank you. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try and figure out a couple other ways that you can enter and share to win again. Is that a Game of Death, Bruce Lee? Oh, Marcus Val, look, you just earned big points. I will always be a big Bruce Lee fan. So, fun fact about Lou Mangello, I took, probably partially because of Bruce Lee, I took martial arts for years, both as a kid and as a young adult, and again as an adult. I wish I had the time and a good dojo around here so I could. But I loved Bruce Lee movies. There was a lot of things I loved about Bruce Lee in terms of his own internal philosophy about a lot of things as well. So I was always a Japanese martial arts guy as opposed to a Chinese, although I took some Korean a little bit as well. Best Bruce Lee movie is Game of Death. I might have to download that for the plane. Who am I kidding? I have so much work to do on the plane. By the way, speaking of which, this is not meant to be, but I guess it is going to be a plug. We're down to our last, I believe, 4 spots for our trip to Japan next year. Bonnie's talking about her dream job. This is my dream trip. Next October 13th to the 23rd, 11 days, 10 nights. We have a couple of optional days at the end for Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. It is limited to just 36 guests. I want to continue. I want to make sure it's all WDW Radio people, which right now it is. So it very much is going to feel like a family trip out to Japan. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or go to www.radio.com/Japan19. I know some folks in here are coming to Japan. I know some folks are weeping that they can't come to Japan. But I would love for you to join me in just think about the culture and the cuisine and the sushi and the food and the wasabi and the sake, and oh my God, there's so much I love. I'm a little ecstatic for the Japan trip. So Domo arigato, Mr. Shergold. I am looking forward to seeing you there as well. So, Jen, I have not done an Alaska recap show yet, but I promise you that I will. Her Majesty has been traveling the world, still is traveling the world. Once she comes back, I will have to. I wonder if I can find somebody who would like to join me on the Alaska, who has been to Alaska and has the time and the willingness and the thoughts to share feelings on. I don't know. I'll recruit somebody. I'm sure I can find at least one person. So Japan at Epcot is good enough for me. Walt Disney World is my safe place. Bonnie, it's like the appetizer to actually going to real Japan. I cannot wait. I was there just for a few days, primarily in really sort of restricted just to Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea and the Expari shopping area. But I can't wait to go to places like Osaka and some of the other places throughout the Japanese countryside, and knowing the way Adventures by Disney did China and the experiences that they brought us, the surprises that they brought us in terms of not seeing simply tourist destinations, but meeting families and seeing where they lived and how they lived and getting to meet and chat. Those are the things that I am super, super excited about. So I'm trying to remember. We go to Osaka, Kyoto, Takayama, Hakone, and Tokyo. They're going to need to get a bigger plane just for all the merchandise that I bring back. So I can't wait. So Nancy says, my niece just moved to Japan as a translator. I will go there soon. Jen's going to Alaska. Oh, Jen, you are going to absolutely love Alaska. Go to the Ghibli Museum. I haven't watched a lot of the Studio Ghibli films. I have a couple. I just haven't had a chance to watch them. But I will watch them for research, obviously, before I get to Japan. So Andy Clark is doing Halloween on the high seas on the Dream October 12th. I thought about doing a Halloween cruise. I can't do it next year because I got Japan. Darn it. And it's a little late to do it now. Or is it? Yeah, it is. I love Halloween. I love getting dressed up. I would love to do a Halloween Disney. Matt is looking forward to Sunday at Latrobe. Matt, I am as well, man. I'm speaking during the day. The person who's bringing me in to speak actually coordinated all of this with the pickled. What is it? The pickled cheese? The chef pickle? The chef pickle? It's the pickled something. The pickled chef? It's the pickled chef. Isn't that what it's called? Yes, the pickled chef. I didn't realize that they are actually closed on Sundays, but they're opening just for us. And it sounds like there's going to be a few of you coming to the meet that night. And so, Pete Bush, as if I didn't love you enough, Japan is my absolute favorite place to visit outside the States. The culture, the quality of service, amen, brother. The food, the beauty of the country, there's really nothing like it. PSBcreative.com, by the way. Amanda Catherine Tisser, can't wait for a Halloween party going as Belle, of course, this year. I need to meet Gaston. Let me see. Do a Halloween cruise. So I can't do. So Amber, because I have Japan. I've got Japan and Momentum. Like yikes. I haven't picked, although I have not announced the Momentum dates as yet. But you're gonna love the pickled chef. Excellent grilled cheese, says Father George Goulash, who, you know, I love you, brother. Yeah, supposedly they are making some special menu items just for us. So I'm ecstatic. As long as those kids at the college don't eat me alive. It's very different speaking to students than it is speaking to adults and entrepreneurs and things like that. But I spoke there last year. I could say it doesn't matter. I spoke at St. Vincent's College last year, and I will tell you that of all the schools I've spoken at, that was one of the most friendly and welcoming, not just staff, but student bodies that I ever went to. Like, everybody was just so incredibly nice. I really felt at home very quickly when I was there. Not just because they serve French fries on everything that they serve in every restaurant. You want a salad? They'll put French fries on it. So you want to talk about a place that felt like home. That that very much was it. So Troy says grilled cheese must add bacon. There's actually a little, not far from Walt Disney World, there's a place called Toasted, the Meltery. No, the Meltery is mine. This one's called Toasted, which has delicious grilled cheese. They have like 15 different grilled cheese options there. My son graduated from St. Vincent's College. So such nice people. I have the Fantasyland audio tour. Which one should I get next? I think you should buy the entire pack, but I will say that I have a certain affinity towards Main Street USA because it was the first, and I love that land. I think Liberty Square is another one that I personally loved because I felt like I learned so much. I think there's such great learning opportunities there. And Tomorrowland is the last one. It's also the longest one. Tomorrowland was the only one that was a 2 CD set, and I decided to sort of bite the bullet in terms of making it longer and having a 2 CD, which obviously doesn't matter for digital. So in terms of the length of content, the amount of content that's there, Tomorrowland's going to be the longest one. So, and I still believe everything's still on sale. If you buy it from the WDW Radio site, it's on sale for $10. I think if you buy it from, I don't remember what the price point is on iTunes, and is it? There you go. It should still be, everything still should be $10, including the 102 Ways to Save Money for an At Walt Disney World book. All right, so it's 8:39. I haven't done this in a long time, and I really miss talking to you guys. So you're tired of hearing me talk. I think I've covered most of what I wanted to do. There was one other thing, but maybe I'll save it for next week. Maybe I'll save it next week. Should I tell them about the internship? No, it's not like the Stark internship, like a real possible intern. Maybe I'll save it for next week. I may or may not be looking for an intern. Stephanie Perry Bullock, it is so good to see you. Hashtag Dunkin' Donuts. I'm late, but you're here as long as you're here. Jason loves the audio tours. Yeah, I was going to talk about the social media internship that I'm looking for. But maybe I'll save that for later. Maybe I'll save it for the end. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a couple of calls? And we can, and then maybe we'll talk about the internship as well. So here is the number. If you want to call in live, question, comment, discussion, hopefully not a complaint, anything you'd like to chat about at all, you can call in right now and I will take your calls. Basically, ask me anything. And here is, I'll take our first call of the night. Hey, it's Lou Mongello. Long time since we've done a call-in show, but you are on the air.
Hey there.
Hi there. Who's this?
This is Lisa Donato-Glassner from Windermere, Florida.
Oh, hello, Lisa Donato-Glassner from Windermere, Florida. Long time no see. First-time caller, long-time listener?
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Very exciting. I'm very nervous.
I'm sure you must be. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on.
So?
You called me. What can I do for you?
I don't know. I figured you had topics listed. So you're looking for an intern?
Possibly. I might possibly be looking for a for an intern. We'll see.
I'm sure you'll have a long list.
Listen, I'm trying to find an intern, somebody to record certain shows, and I'm having trouble locating those people. Like somebody to help do a local show or a Halloween party show or an Alaska recap show. But I'm sure somebody will pop up along the way.
I'm sure somebody will pop up. You'll find somebody. Somebody with, a flexible schedule, who can, articulate their thoughts about these things. And
yeah, I don't know who that person is, but listen, there's a lot of wonderful listeners out there, so I'm sure that I will find them. So did I see correct that David Picciano says she wants her pop socket?
I do.
Listen, to be clear, Lisa has laughed at and rejected my pop sockets in the past. You don't get another one. Did I hear correctly that you're going to the Halloween party 4 times this year?
Yeah, so I'm not sure how this happened. But yeah, so we went last Friday just to go to the first one. And then I guess there's the other media night happening, on the 31st?
Right.
So I'm going to that with someone, and then I'm going with the family on September 14th. So we'll do a family costume for that. And then someone else in our community got very excited about the Esmeralda costume and wanted to bound with me as Quasimodo. So now I'm planning to do that in October.
Wow.
So yeah, so it kind of snowballed, but it's good because I figure the temperature will get cooler and cooler.
Yeah, it was. So
we
were there on Friday.
less
It was a little
people.
toasty, and it feels more.
Toasty.
It feels a
It
lot
was
more
fun,
like
but it was
Halloween
toasty.
as you get closer. So.
Yeah, but it's interesting, like it doesn't feel like Halloween at all, and then you go to the party, and all of a sudden it's
And it
like
feels
you're
like
in the
Halloween.
full spirit.
Yeah,
So.
it's a little toasty. It's a little toasty, but
Well,
I'm looking
toasty
forward
in
to.
October too.
Yeah, so, yeah. There's been times we've
Might
done the
as well
food and wine
start early.
walkabout, and it's 95 degrees. So,
Yep.
I'm just looking forward to seeing what Brad's going to be for Halloween this year. So.
I've been working on that. Yeah.
I'm sure. The themed costume, the themed family costumes. I like I said, I want to do Spider-Man. I don't know how I can get the rest of the family into sort of kid. I need a kid who's going to be Green Goblin and Marion is going to be Doc Ock. We'll have to figure out how we'll make that happen. So, or J. Jonah Jameson.
Maybe I can get Brad to be Iron Man, and he can carry a little pile of dust around in his pocket in your honor.
Nice. So, all right. Is that it? Do you have anything else that you'd like to share with us?
I always have more, but I'll let the next person call in.
And
All right, guys.
And if you want to find what
Okay.
Lisa's doing and talking about, you can go visit her at thecastlerun.com.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Hey, thanks for calling in and have a good day or night.
Always talk to you later. Good night. Bye.
Hey, it's Lou. You are on the air.
Hey, Lou, it's Troy from Utah. How are you doing?
Hey, Troy. How you doing, man?
We're doing good. Hey, a couple questions for you. We're heading down to the Food and Wine coming up soon on there. First time ever being there. What are a few things that we need to do? And then lastly, I just want to say something about the community. My wife, and many of you guys have known, I've posted about it. My wife's the one, we had some bad news over the weekend. I want to thank all my box friends on there for the love that they have shown me. You talked about this in the community that we have created. All of these box friends are wonderful. Thank you guys so much for your kind words you've given me, everything else, and the pixie dust you've sent our family. So I really wanted to get in and mostly thank you guys for all the support you've given me and my family over this week where we've heard some bad news.
Well, thank you for saying that. Look, we throw around the words like community and family and stuff like that. And sometimes for people that they don't understand what we mean by that, or they think it's just a term that we use to describe a Facebook group or people that listen to the show, but that's not it. And I think exactly what you've articulated is it demonstrates and illustrates what being a community and being a family really is, that when somebody needs help, whether you know them or not, like most people wouldn't know you if they ran you over in the street, but knowing that you are part of this family, I saw that as well. I saw that outpouring of love and support. And while it might not seem like a lot, that minute that somebody takes to leave a comment or send you good thoughts or whatever it is clearly means something to the recipient. And that's why it's so very important. And look, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about it's not about the number of people in the community. It's about the quality of the people who are in there. And that's why I love you guys so much.
I would totally agree. As I've shown my wife these comments, that is what she's needed to see. And so thank you, my box family. Lou, I'll listen to your suggestions about the food and wine off. But thank you, my box family. We love you guys. And thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. And so in terms of being a first-timer going to Food and Wine Festival, you're in for a treat. You are absolutely in for a treat. I think what you need to do is go in with certain expectation levels. Depending on when you are coming, I would, if possible, try not to go on a Saturday afternoon for the first time being there. If you're able to go that Tuesday, that Wednesday, hold on 1 second. If you're able to go that like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday during the day when it opens, I will tell you, as somebody who's done walkabouts for years, trying to do it all in one day and eat as much as you does not bode well, because by the time you make your way around and you're getting to like France and the UK, you're spent. And I don't mean to spend financially. I mean spent in terms of you can only eat so much food in one day, and you want to enjoy it. So I would give yourself more than one day or more than one evening to enjoy. So maybe go one afternoon and then go early, like 11 o'clock one morning, and then a couple days later, go back late afternoon, take your time wandering, make your dinner be what you eat on the promenade, stay for illuminations while it's still here, but don't try and do it all in one day. If you can, look at a menu ahead of time and maybe start to check off those things that you must try, want to try, or maybe say, hey, we're going to get a little adventurous, and there's going to be 3 things we're going to eat that we wouldn't normally order elsewhere or certainly in a sit-down restaurant, but we're going to invest that $5, $6, $7 to give it a try. You sometimes might be surprised at the things that not only that you will eat, but the things that you will enjoy. And chances are I'll be there too. So. Let's take another call. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Lou Mangello?
Turn down your radio, but yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Is this Lou Mangello?
Yes. Who's this?
Tell him who you are.
Nolan Riley. I'm known as Michael Riley in the box, and I just wanted to tell you that recommendation of staying like right till the end of the credits on Christopher Robin, which we saw today, was absolutely on target. I'm a big fan of Richard M. Sherman, who I know you've done cruises and interviews with in the past, and we have something very special planned with the Make-A-Wish organization coming up with him. Hopefully that'll work out. So I just wanted to let you know how much he means to me and how much the suggestion meant to me and all that. So I thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for calling, and I'm so glad that you got to watch the movie and you did stay till the end. I know that I've gotten emails from you and your family before, and if there's ever anything that I can do to help you guys out, please let me know. And I'm so happy you enjoyed the look. You know that Richard Sherman has a very special place to me as well. So I'm so happy that you called.
We're going to be there for D23 Destination D this November. So if you're going to be there, let me know, bud.
The plan is to be there, so let's keep in touch as it gets closer, and hopefully we can meet up while you're here.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you so much for calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Love that. All the feels. All the feels. Oh, my goodness. So many calls all at the same time. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou. It's Chris, Amelia, and Aiden.
Chris, Amelia, and Aiden, how you guys doing?
Good. Hold on one sec. Say hi, Amelia. Say hi, Aiden.
Hello, Lou.
Now, where are you guys calling from?
Epcot.
We're calling from Epcot. We're just by Germany.
Now, you are the same Chris, Amelia, and Aiden that I saw, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, it was yesterday. Guys, chicken guy. Chicken guy. Now tell everybody, we did not plan that with you guys showing up in your WDW Radio shirts, did we?
Absolutely not.
You guys are awesome, and you came in, you surprised me while I was live, and then we shared chicken and pickles, fried pickles.
Yum.
What did you guys think of Chicken Guy?
Yum.
It was really good.
I just like the milkshake and the food. Personally, I like the jumbo pretzel from Germany better, but with some warm nacho cheese.
Now you're talking. Now I want a pretzel. Now I want a pretzel from Germany. Do you guys deliver? Can you pick me up a pretzel and drop it off here?
Yeah. We'll drop one off on the way by. We'll be Luber's food service.
And how crowded are the parks tonight?
Not too bad. It's not that bad right now in Epcot. We were here earlier in the day.
Excellent. You guys gonna stay for Illuminations?
Yes, yeah. We've got about another 7 minutes before Illumination starts, so we saw you were still live and doing call-ins now, so we figured we'd give you a call and say hi, and timing worked till we made it through. That's
awesome, man. It's good to hear from you guys again, and thank you so much again for such a great surprise yesterday and for rocking the shirts. I got to remember to post a picture of you guys, the selfie that we took of us and the shirts. I'll post it in the Box People group tonight.
It was great running into you. The kids were so excited to see you, and you're a great guy and doing a great thing, Lou.
Thank you so much, man. That means a lot more than you know. All right, listen, you guys go enjoy Illuminations. Keep eating. Stay hungry.
Will do.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Have a good rest of your night, everyone.
Lou, guess what I'm being for Halloween?
You are going as Princess Jasmine.
I'm not going as a princess. I'm going as a chef.
As a chef?
No, I'm going as Lou. With my shirt, Spider-Man shoes, and Avenger pants.
I love it. I love it. You guys go enjoy Illuminations.
All right, thank you. Have a
Keep
good
on
night,
snacking.
everyone.
You too.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Oh, my goodness. Unknown person. Unknown person, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
I say, what's going on?
It's Bert from Mary Poppins calling.
We're having a jolly holiday.
How are you, my friend? It's Martin from those United Kingdoms.
Very good, mate. Very good. Bit late, but it's what a great show tonight. Loving it.
Thank you. Listen, man, I've had a migraine for like 24 hours. I was at one point. I'm like, do I even do the show? Like, I'm not. And there's something about you guys that makes everything all right. And
I thought you looked a bit off.
Oh, well, thank you. It's the lighting. It's bad lighting tonight.
Yeah, you need to get a better computer. That's what it is, isn't it? Improve the looks.
I know.
Oh,
I got to save up. I got to save up for all the food we're going to eat when we go to Japan next year.
Oh, I tell you, I can't wait. Are we doing sumo wrestling as well? Would that be fun, wouldn't it?
Maybe we'll do some sumo wrestling. I think I can probably go like in the welterweight class as a sumo wrestler.
Crikey, that'd be better than the old grease tape. Seeing that. And we could do the old taiko drumming. Oh, don't.
Yeah,
don't
nobody wants to see me in a diaper wrestling some other dude. So.
Yeah, singing as well. That'll make it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I just want to say best wishes to Troy and his family because that's terrible to hear that news. And as everyone else knows, I've had a lot of support from everyone. I've had a terrible year as well, losing my mum and dad at the beginning of the year. And then, unfortunately, Ollie lost her sister last week to cancer. So we've had 3 funerals in 8 months. So I'm looking forward to the end of in October, the trip there. And obviously next year, because, like you say, you've got to move on. But thanks, everyone, for all the support I've been given. And we'll definitely all be giving it to Troy and his wife. So this is a great box family. I love it. So we all support each other.
You better believe it, brother.
Hey, and one other thing. What's going on? You haven't watched any Studio Ghibli stuff. Get on with it.
Martin, if you could see what my Netflix queue looks like, it's like it's encyclopedic how long it is. And I keep on saying I'm going to try and watch stuff on planes, but usually I end up working. So
yeah,
I know. One of these days I'll catch up.
Well, Well, I tell you what, yeah, you won't regret it, mate. I tell you, there's like I say, Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. Oh my God, the artwork is awesome.
I have Spirited Away on DVD, literally right there. Like I'm pointing to my bookshelf, it's right there. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
It's that word I like, Brill. It's that good. You really got to watch it. Honestly, turn the telly off, put that on, because that is the best stuff. Honestly, you will love it. I know you will. Once you start watching it, you will see it. My son introduced me to that stuff, you see, years ago, because he was doing the anime stuff. And you remember they did in Japan, they had the actual thing. Yep. Oh, God, I couldn't get him out of there. That's all it was. It was going around that little room. How many times have we had to go around that little room? But it was worth it, because he's an animator and does that stuff in London now. But he introduced me to this stuff, and once you've seen it, you'll like it, mate. Honestly, I tell you.
All right, I promise. Maybe I'll download it for the plane ride home from wherever I'm flying, Latrobe or wherever. I don't even know where I'm going this weekend, but wherever I'm flying home from, that maybe I'll watch it this weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will. You'll like it, and as I say, it's prep work for next year. Oh,
that's right. It's research for Japan. So
I tell you what. I've got to be honest. I'm in deep. I owe my wife a lot for this. She's like, well, you can all go on holiday for that price. I know, love, I know, but it's just the one chances of a lifetime.
It is. It is going to be the triple lifetime.
I'll make sure you remember it. So she's not.
Oh yeah, you're going to have to bring her back something nice. You know that, right?
Yeah, not a sumo wrestler neither. But anyway, yeah, all right, I'm doing it again. I don't know why, but forgive me, I'm shouting. But having a great show. Love watching it tonight. There's been some great messages on there. Keep up the good work, mate, and speak to you soon, I suppose.
Thank you, brother. Love you, man. Give my best to your family.
Thanks, mate. Take care.
Right, buddy. Take care. Cheers. Yeah. God save the Queen. And Emma. Oh, my God. That's so loud. I don't even know. Now there's like 3 calls coming in all at the same time. I don't even know where they are. I can't see who's calling. Sorry about that. You've been a great companion on my runs. Great way to burn calories and eat. I don't burn calories. I just eat. So there's 2 people calling at the same time, and I don't know why. I can't seem to. God, I don't like Skype. Let's try this again. Okay, wait. For some reason, 2 calls are coming at the same time, and I can't answer either one. Okay, here we go. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou, it's Don from Beverly Hills.
Who's this?
This is Don from Beverly Hills.
Don from Beverly Hills, Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
If it wasn't for you on Wednesday night, I would just be sitting at home braiding my beard.
Right. I saw you just a couple of weeks ago for Christopher Robin
night.
And House of Blues and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah. Got Marie and I, we have our e-ticket for the Illuminations dessert party.
Excellent.
And of course, we've ordered some WDW Radio swag to go with it.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you for that.
So, and I'm just listening to the community, and it's just absolutely amazing how everyone comes together over one topic for each other.
You are 100% correct. Like I said, when we talk about community, it's not just a word. You guys are a shining example. And to be honest, when I go out and I speak a lot, especially to business conferences, and I talk about community, I use these calls to really illustrate and sort of drive that home. And I will tell you that even people who have been in business or in the social space for a long time, they're fascinated by what you guys have built and the longevity that this community has had together.
Yeah, it's my wife and I are newcomers to the box people, but we just sit back and go, wow.
Yeah, you guys, listen, it's all you. Like I said, probably way too many times, I just sort of help build the clubhouse, but you guys are the ones who come in and create the community. I'm just here to act as a facilitator, and I will tell you, it's a gift to me to be able to watch these friendships and these relationships form and the dynamic that happens between all of you, and that exactly what's happening tonight, that same type of love and support for people that you've never met before. It's truly remarkable.
Yeah, it is. And I just wanted to say thank you again and let you know we've got our tickets. We've ordered some swag. We'll be seeing you in Epcot.
Awesome, brother. I look forward to seeing you then.
All right. I'll let someone else call in. I'll catch you later.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
He looks just like Santa Claus. I mean, I think he might actually be Santa Claus, like just vacationing in Florida. All right, let's take one or two more calls before we go for the night. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hi, it's Nicole from Pasco, Rhode Island.
Hello, Nicole from Pasco, Rhode Island. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
My brother and I came to meet you this past May. It was at the Artisan Homecoming.
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now I just connected the dots. We were like standing like in the lobby area right in front of like by the check-in desk, yeah?
Yeah. So my boyfriend and I are planning to run our first 5K, the Princess 5K coming up this February. And I just wanted to ask you on any advice about like just running it or how it's going to be.
So clearly, I am the person to come to for running advice because I'm an elite athlete. I like to say I'm the last person you should become, because the only advice I'm going to give you is two things. Start carb loading now. Lots of pastas, lots of bagels, knishes, Doritos, all the things that you need to carb load. And look, a 5K, if short, fat Lou Mongello can do it, you can do it. It literally is a fun run. You don't have to worry about killing yourself. I think it's a great way to dip your toe into the water of the marathon events and, more importantly, marathon weekend, because there's so much that goes on. You want to talk about a community and an energy over that weekend. The 5K is a great way to do it without having to worry about going on these 20-mile training runs and all that kind of stuff. And then who knows? You might come back next year and do another 5K or bump up to a 10K and then eventually a half marathon. Because it's another good excuse to come back to Walt Disney World, too.
Yeah, my goal is definitely to do the half, but I felt like I should work up to it first. You shouldn't just jump in.
Yeah, because only a crazy person
really
like me would actually do that, right? Somebody who had never run before says, I'm going to do a half marathon. But it's doable and it's fun, and I will tell you it's a completely different Walt Disney World vacation experience when you do it.
Great.
Awesome.
Well,
and you got to
come
join the running team too.
I sent a request, but I haven't heard back yet. So I'd really like to join.
I'm going to get on that. Get on that request for the running team. I have to talk to the staff about that.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Hopefully I will see you in February for the event. I'll be there cheering for you.
Right, and my brother Jeremy Harma, I don't know if you remember him, but he says
sure.
hi too.
Tell Jeremy I said hello.
I will.
Awesome,
thank you.
Bye. And I saw all those snarky comments about me running in there. That's why I stay on this side of the rope right now. I've realized that running is not. This is not what this body was built. I don't know what this body was actually built for, but it's not. It's definitely not running. I don't know who I'm answering here. Let's take one instead of two. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hi, Lou. My name is Melissa. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Hello, Melissa. What part of Pennsylvania are you from?
I am from Bradford, Pennsylvania. I'm close to Erie. I'm about an hour away.
Okay. I got you. I was a Villanova guy. That's the extent of my Pennsylvania. Villanova and the Poconos are the extent of my Pennsylvania knowledge.
Those are both very far away from me.
Wrong side of the state. I'm on the wrong side of the state. So what can I do for you?
Well, I'm actually calling because my mom's 60th birthday is in October, and I am taking her to Disney World. This will probably be the second time she's been there. We just went one time before a cruise. I'm trying to find out if I should do like a fireworks dessert party or maybe a signature dinner or something like that. I can't decide on what I want to do for her, but I definitely want it to be like really special.
So, my first answer is going to be take her to the boathouse, because that's just my default answer. Which actually is not, I was saying it as a joke, but you can take her to the boathouse and do like an amphicar. Now, one of the things I want to sort of be cognizant of is budget, because there's some amazing things that you can do. I think dessert parties are wonderful. If you, depending on how big you want to go, even like a fireworks cruise, like a fireworks dessert cruise, an illuminations cruise, or one of the happily ever after cruises are really nice as well. You could even sort of scale back a little bit. You can go to a nice dinner somewhere and take her on. And when are you coming again?
I'm coming in October, so the second week of October we'll be there.
Okay, so it's a beautiful time to come. The weather should start getting cooler. Even in Fort Wilderness, like Fort Wilderness has the carriage rides, which I'm sure will have started by then, sort of the Halloween-themed ones. But sort of think about what it is that she would love. Like, is she a fireworks person? Is she a food person? What is going to be the thing that's going to be the most – is she a spa person that's going to be the most special and memorable for her?
Okay. I definitely think she's a food person, so I was planning on doing like some restaurant. She loves like risotto and stuff like that. Okay. I was thinking of either like the Yachtsman or Le Cellier, but I can't decide on which one I want to take her to.
Oh, so you can start going down the food rabbit hole with me. We're going to be here all night. So I'll give you 5 restaurants which I think offer a wonderful special dining experience. I'll leave the Boathouse out since I've sort of already said that. Okay. Shula's right now is closed for refurbishment. I don't know when it reopens, but if she likes Italian food, think about someplace, again, this is a little bit off the regular beaten path. Someplace like Il Molino at the Swan is wonderful. Mm-hmm. It's a great environment. It's not something that people often think of. I think Bluzu at the Dolphin has always been one of my, if she's a seafood person, one of my favorite restaurants to go to. I think you could do something like a brunch at California Grill. I'm probably going to go over 5, but I don't care. I'm Lou Mangello, and these are how my lists go. I keep on going back to Boathouse. Flying Fish is another restaurant on the boardwalk. So you can do, hey, how about this? You can do a combination. Do an early dinner at Flying Fish and then do like an illuminations cruise for her. So sort of really make it like a single special night. And then after you're done, you can go back to the boardwalk. You can go to Abracadabra or somewhere like that, for a little bit of a late night, drink or a nightcap.
Awesome. That sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. And now I'm starving, so thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks very much. You too.
Bye.
Bye. I start thinking about food and I get very, very distracted. All right, let's take 1, maybe 2 more calls to wrap up the night. I tinker and I build stuff. Oh, Tiffin's. How did I think about Tiffin's? Oh, this is Lou Mangello. How did I forget Tiffin's? Another good dining choice.
Well, hello there. You want another first-time caller, long-time listener?
Oh my goodness! Let me see. I'm going to do a little Karnak here. I have a feeling that you like Winnie the Pooh. You are a huge Disney fan. You too have moved here from somewhere like in the Carolinas, maybe. And I've known you for more than 10 years.
Yes, and yes.
Beatrice, Dennis, how are you?
Joining the ranks. I am wonderful. Joining the ranks of all the wonderful callers tonight. So our thoughts and prayers are with some of them, and I just had to share it for all of us that, Troy and Candace and Martin and Ricky and so many of our family, we've all grown so close together over the years, and we truly have such a great community. So it's awesome.
It is, and I think Beatrice, I think you're a great example of that. Like we met in person 10 years ago before there even was all of this social media. We've gone through a lot of things together. We when you talk about being like family, we've been through the ups and downs and family and traveling and things like that. And it shows.
Been around the world.
We have.
Almost.
We
still have the other half to go.
We're adding it to the list. Don't worry.
The other half.
But it is, and it shows how quickly strangers can become friends, whether they've met yet or not. And then when you do, how that really sort of solidifies and enhances the friendship. And I love how welcoming you as someone who's been in this community for such a long time. You set such a wonderful example by being so welcoming to everybody here that comes in that's new. And that's one of the things that you and so many people continue to do. You don't make anybody ever feel like they're a newbie or an outsider or that they're unwelcome. They are made to feel like they've got their spot on their couch just like everybody else. So thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. We never have enough friends, right?
You better believe it, sister.
There's always somebody good beside you when you got a lot of good people around. So that's perfect. So I learned something new this weekend, and I just wanted to share it with you because I don't think you know very much about golf either. I'm very new to that. I don't know anything about golf.
Mini golf. Mini golf I know.
Did you know that in the holes at the Disney golf course, inside the holes, there are characters? I was flipping out this weekend.
I'm sorry?
I love finding new stuff like that. Like we were at the Palm Magnolia and the Oaks or whatever, you know. I love them. I'm like learning all this new stuff, so I have to learn it. In the holes of the golf course, in the Palm, inside the hole, like once you get the ball in it, there's like Grumpy and Pluto and Goofy, and like each hole has a different character inside.
So do you mean like the cup itself has like an image of a character in the bottom? No kidding.
How cool is that,
I
right?
never
and
knew
like,
that. And everyone's different? Every hole's different?
There are some repeaters.
Okay.
But there's like Minnie and Goofy and Pluto, and like they all have. I took a photo of all of them. I haven't posted them yet. I've been a little behind this week, but they're so fantastic. I mean, I'm learning new stuff all the time. Like that was the course that the pros took back in the PGA Tour when it came through Disney. So there are certain holes that they have, like there's signs at each hole that tells, like, you know, the best or this key moment that happened at that hole in this tournament and different things like that. So. Like, I've never known all this stuff, so I'm learning new stuff about Disney golf. So that's kind of cool. I had to share it.
I'm going to steal that tidbit and use it at the Indie Disney meet this weekend, so I look like a genius.
Yes, it's awesome. I love it. So I love finding new stuff out. So I was excited to share it.
And there you go. See, there's always something new to learn. Another bit of, a little bit of trivia to find out, no matter how long you've been here.
Exactly. So happy to share it, and you'll have to look at the pictures later. It's like Minnie and Goofy and Pluto and Mickey and like all the different holes. And there are a couple repeaters, and I'm not sure. Now I have to go back and see if the other ones have it too. I never noticed that because I've always just kind of followed the boys around. But for the first time, I saw that, and now I'm excited to go back.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so happy that you shared that. I had no idea because I suck at golf. So
I do too. That's how I never got my ball in the hole. I had a new experience. It was great.
Yeah, like
happy.
Go ahead.
Happy to pass it along to you guys so you can find out too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you again soon.
Absolutely. Have a safe trip and have lots of fun.
I will. Give my best to the family.
Thank you. You too.
I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Beatrice is like all of you, again, shining example of the community that you guys have. All right, we'll take one more call. Why not? And I just missed it. All right, so maybe we won't take one more call. Let's see. Any last minute questions, reminders? A couple last things. Again, thank you all. Whoops, let me get rid of this. Thanks to all of you who are members of the nation. A lot of new members over the past couple of weeks. I really, really do appreciate you and the love and the support, and that's why I want to try and give back each month with the scavenger hunts and the group video calls and everything else like that. To find out more and again to help support the show, and you can visit WDWRadioNation.com. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? I don't want to be overly pluggy because I'm not a plugger. I guess that's it. That's it. Don't forget about Momentum. Don't forget about Japan. You know all the stuff. I'm probably going to have another new contest next week, but even without a contest, again, all I ask that you do is to please continue to help spread the word. That is the way that this family continues to go and grow. And again, you guys are magnets for the people that we want to attract, like-minded people that believe in the importance of community and the things that we do here. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Terry wants more information on the Quest, which I believe all of the events for e-ticket weekend are now sold out. But Terry, all right. Terry, can you keep a secret? Because I can too. So with that, I will be live this weekend from the Indie Disney meet on Saturday, probably from the on the road event maybe on Sunday, and then I should be back again here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Lynette Young, I miss you so very much. I hope to see you again soon. And again, if there's ever some way that I can help you, that I can repay the love and the support that you guys have sent me, please, please, please shoot me a message and let me know. Otherwise, if you haven't joined the Box People group, I will see you there. So until next time, thanks again. Love you guys. See ya.